4.7a Properties of Soil. In this Explore activity, students will examine different types of soil, measure how much water they retain, and determine which type can best support life. Each group will need 4 beakers, 1 funnel, coffee filters, 2 100 milliliter graduated cylinders, paper towels, water, 4 types of soil, topsoil, sand, clay-rich soil, and gravel, paper plate, plastic spoon, pipette or medicine dropper, 40 zinnia, marigold, or radish seeds, 4 rubber bands, slides or index cards, 4 types of food coloring, microscope, and a timer. To ensure the students don't make a mess, cover student work areas with newspaper or butcher paper. Copy and laminate 1 student identification guide per group. Part 1. Soil's Physical Properties. To begin the lesson, students will place a spoonful of each type of soil on a paper plate. Students will then add just enough water to moisten each soil sample. Students will then pick up the soil and try to roll it into a ball or snake-like shape. After the groups have finished investigating each earth sample, students will record the texture and color of each sample in their student journal. Students will examine the differences between the earth samples under a microscope. Students will use the Soil Identification Guide to identify the different earth samples. Part 2. Soil Retains Water. For the second part, students place 1 coffee filter into the funnel and then into the graduated cylinder. In another graduated cylinder, students will add 100 milliliters of water and add 1 drop of food coloring. Students will then measure 50 milliliters of soil and pour it into the funnel. They will then slowly pour the 100 milliliters of water over the soil and start the timer. After 2 minutes, students will remove the funnel and place the coffee filter full of soil on the paper plate. Students will measure the amount of water in the graduated cylinder and record it in their student journal. Students will repeat all of these steps with the other types of earth. Part 3. Soil Supports Life. Students will place the remaining soil filters into beakers and secure the edges of the filter by using a rubber band. Each beaker will be labeled 1 through 4, and 10 seeds will be planted into each soil. After the seeds have been planted, the beakers will be placed on a windowsill and left out for 5 days. In the 5-day span, students will record the number of sprouts each day in their student journal.